Drew, I have one question to start this show. Did Bill Simmons find his new Kevin Durant in Concanipple?
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be on the podcast for at least the next 5 years.
There was that 3-year period where we had Kevin Durant and Bill Simmons at least once a year, if not multiple times a year. Con is a rookie, and he got drafted in June and has already been on the pod twice in about 6.5 months.
I love it. I love it.
I haven't gotten to that part of the pod. I was listening to it on the run this morning, but I'm excited to listen to Con and Bill just chat it up, you know?
Me too. Just two white guys hanging out.
I wonder if Cooper Flagg like Bill. I don't know if Cooper Flagg knows
on the pod.
Who Bill Simmons is.
Oh, he definitely is Bill Simmons.
I don't know, man. The kid's just like the only thing he does is play 2K in basketball.
Yeah. Well, if he plays 2K14, he'll see
a little Bill.
Hear the Bill.
Whoa. And the tweets on the side too. The social media panel and my player.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll see. Wow. Yeah, you see Bill on the side. Yeah.
All right. Just had to start off that show with a little question about Bill and Con. Good pod. I'm assuming. I haven't gotten to all that part yet, but it's interesting. The mailbag's always interesting. Shout out to Bill. Got our Bill Simmons talk out of the way. Welcome to the Apollo NBA show, brought to you by J Bar M. J Bar M Barbecue is just a couple blocks away from Toyota Center in Houston. It's the best barbecue in town and in Texas. Personally stamped by me. It's my favorite barbecue I've had in Texas since I moved here in 2023. Love it, J Bar M. Show up to J Bar M this week, tonight, tomorrow. Anytime you're going to a Rockets game, go pregame at J Bar M Barbecue. I'm your host, Stone Strinkman, joined always by Drew Preedy. How we doing, bud?
I'm great. Talking Con, talking Bill. I know that already, and it is good. Yeah. He talks about he's played against like Kawhi, Jokic, Giannis, and goes into like the details of. He talked about how TJ McConnell is hard to guard because he stays so low, which is fun. So yeah, it's good stuff.
I saw the clip on TikTok maybe this morning or yesterday about Giannis's chicken wing move.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How the refs, it's so quick that the refs don't see it, and it's just a really good and hurts a lot. When it
hard to follow.
Yeah,
which makes sense. Fun. I feel like Giannis's elbows are probably bony as hell.
Yeah, and he's 7 feet tall and just a block of muscle too.
Yeah,
it's like it's not fun to go against. But
yeah,
we have breaking news right before we started hitting record here.
Breaking news.
Not the breaking news everyone wants to talk about. Jonathan Kuminga has demanded, was the quote from Shams Charania, demanded a trade away from the Warriors. Shocking development. No one could have possibly seen this coming after they signed an extension over the summer or a new contract. And in that initial tweet where it says he signed for 2 years, $44 million with a team option for the second year, they will work with Kuminga to find an in-season trade. That was like the literal tweet. Why has he not been traded yet? I don't know, but it's January 15th as of now, so like a lot of people can be traded. So I think the doors are open, and Kuminga was like, "Hey, get me the fuck out of here as soon as possible."
Yeah, I think everyone knew when he signed the contract this summer that he was not going to be on the team at the end of the year. It started off kind of happy, like he was playing for them a little bit, and he's good. And then he's been on the bench like some DNPs for a month now. So yeah, there's no reason for them to keep him. It doesn't make any sense. They're not going to play him. So get him out of there.
Yeah. And I made you look it up before we were on the show. I was like, I thought the Kuminga Butler minutes were actually like kind of good. They complemented each other pretty well, and they did a lot of things that the Warriors needed. And you looked it up in 200 minutes, they were plus 10 net rating.
Yeah. Plus 10 net. Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's
why
like
wouldn't you play that guy?
Yeah. Two wings that can guard the other team's, it just if Kuminga doesn't fit Steve Kerr's mold, I guess that's the reason why they really don't want him there. I don't know. I just feel like they're running out of options at this point. Like, why not have a young guy come in and help out as much as you can? You're relying on really old veteran players. You need to spark off the bench or in the starting lineup. I don't. So hopefully they get someone back from him that'll help him this year, or you're wasting Curry's. Again, one of his last seasons.
Another like different type of apex from Curry this year too.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking sick. Like,
yeah, I mean,
he's so good right now.
He'll throw out some 30 balls, 35 balls every night, you know.
And Jimmy Butler's 36 years old. He's playing 31.4 minutes per game right now. It's like, why wouldn't you alleviate that a little bit in the regular season for a guy that hasn't played more than 63 games in a season over the last decade? It feels like.
Right. Yeah. I don't either.
Steve Kerr. What a conundrum, Everyone's like, man, this coach is really good because he came in and took over Mark Jackson. Just shoot as many threes as possible, open, spacing, run the floor, pace and space.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, man, this guy's a genius. And then after 2022, everyone's like, is this guy any good? Like the USA team, I was screaming at the TVs. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah.
The lineups and everything were crazy.
Yeah, USA team I think is always hard to coach. I mean, even like the Duke guy, Mike,
Coach K.
Coach K, yeah, like he had a hard time, I think, too. Like with it's just a lot of personalities and big superstars. But to your point, like Kerr was, I think, the first like analytical revolutionary coach to come in the league a little bit during that era, like 2014.
Yeah,
and kind of like pace and space and pace, pace and space. But yeah, the league definitely has caught up to the Warriors' style. If anything, it's kind of moving back to big men, anyways. But I also think it's just like if you don't have, I mean, he had Curry and Durant for 4 years together.
Yeah.
And Curry for what's it been, like 11 years now, 12 years now, and he's
in his true
the second best point guard of all time. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's one of those questions where it's always like, how much does coaching really affect a team?
It's hard to say anymore.
It is hard to say.
5 years ago, we'd be like Kerr, Spo, Pop. Those are the guys.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, last year I went all the way off of Spo, and then he came back a little bit to start the season, and now the team still stinks. I'm just like, maybe not. The G League magic is kind of fading away from Heat culture, I think.
Yeah. Well, the Heat are also stealing what the Grizzlies did last year, where they're just not running a lot of pick and rolls. And I don't think any of the players like that. Like the Grizzlies didn't like it last year. Tyler Hero for sure talks about it a lot during his post-game interviews. He hates it.
You have the perfect pick and roll guy too, and Bam.
Exactly. I'm not really sure what the purpose of that is. It doesn't seem that the players enjoy playing that way.
I can't remember what I was listening to, but apparently Spo went and talked to a bunch of people in the offseason that were in the NBA, were head coaches, or were in college or whatever, and just like learned what they did and was trying to implement a lot of it into this year, bring some new life. And they started off pretty well, I thought, first 10, 15 games. And I was like, man, this is good. And then Tyler Hero came back and it was just like clunky now. It's different. I don't know what it is with the Heat, but good for Kuminga. Demanding a trade. Demand was the word in Shams' tweet. So
he should be. He should not be getting all these DNPs. Like he should be playing NBA basketball on some team. Like he should be having minutes.
And this is whoever was in charge of the CBA on the player side. It's their fault that Kuminga is still a Warrior. You understand that, right?
Because of what?
Because of the aprons. Now no one is doing offer sheets. There are zero offer sheets. Quentin Grimes got 0 offer sheets. He was sick last year. I know he's not going to be making $30 million on the open market, but like $8 million feels like a steal for Quentin Grimes.
Oh, season. Yeah.
And Kuminga, like, no one sent an offer sheet this year. 0 players got an offer sheet this year in RFA. And I just, it's all on the CBA because they don't want to give up picks and they don't want to give up salary, and they can't give up salary because there is no salary to give because they're at 8.
Hard to match. Yeah.
So it's stupid. So it's the CBA's fault that Kuminga is still stuck in Golden State. Is it CJ McCollum? Was it his fault? Chris Paul?
It was. I know CJ was a part of it.
Yeah.
I think was Jaren Jackson Jr. on that as well.
Oh, it's another reason we get mad at him.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, speaking about things we hate, I don't hate this guy. I love this guy personally. I've always been a Rich Paul guy. Just did it differently than everybody else. A disruptor. I'm a big fan of disruptors. In any industry. Rich Paul is a disruptor, not a traditional agent by any means. He's LeBron's guy, obviously. LeBron gave him the pathway to be able to be a successful agent. He had to earn it. Obviously, he had to go work for an agency and learn how to do it and all that kind of stuff. But big fan of Rich Paul. Rich Paul was talking about Austin Reaves on their most recent podcast of whatever it's called. Is it Game Over? Game Over with Max Kellerman. I've listened to one episode. I need to get in on that. I've seen a lot of clips, but Was he talking about Austin Reaves just being like, wouldn't he would trade Austin Reaves if he could or whatever, or if he was his agent, he'd be looking for an Austin Reaves trade?
Yeah, he was saying basically that he would trade Austin Reaves for Jaren Jackson Jr. just because if you're already paying Luka that much money, you should, pair a defensive-minded player with him and not someone else who kind of needs the ball a little bit and is a little lackadaisical on the defensive end.
Didn't we see how successful Luka was with another ball-dominant kind of guard, offensive-minded, not that good defensively?
People are saying.
And they went to the finals?
That did happen.
Okay. Just checking to see if that was accurate at all. It's just like all they did was surround them with rim runners and defenders, and it worked out pretty much. Because now, after watching last night's game against the Nuggets with no Jokic and the Mavericks, PJ Washington he's a Luka merchant.
Yeah.
Ready to call it out. Like, LA, if you want PJ, give me 2 picks. Give me 2 picks. You can have PJ.
Two seems high. I think maybe
PJ and Gaff.
Sure.
Or PJ and Clay.
Okay. So just rebuild them
just put the Mavs in LA
from their final season.
I get to keep Kyrie, but you can keep LeBron, and then you build the Mavs out in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, people forget the Knicks and the Mavs were the same roster for about 7 years there. The Kristaps trade.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was interesting. I don't know. I don't hate Rich Paul. I understand why people wouldn't like that, though, if you're the agent of Austin Reaves, or like, I understand why that's maybe controversial.
For sure.
Because I feel like his hate has kind of died down over the last maybe 2-3 years. People just aren't talking about Rich Paul in the same way as they were 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now this week, it's all the way back.
Yeah. Well, to your point, Austin Reaves' agents went and talked to Rich during the Hawks game, during the last Lakers game against the Hawks. They talked apparently for a few minutes, so I'm sure something was said, but it's kind of indicative of where we are in sports media, where we have players doing podcasts with Draymond Green, Paul George. We have ex-players with, like Gilbert Arenas, Jeff Teague.
Yeah.
And now it's moving into agents having their own platform, which I think is fine. Like I like hearing Rich talk about the league and how he sees it as a fan, but there are probably certain topics that he should stay away from, which are like trading players on a team where you represent somebody,
where he represents like the most popular basketball player on the planet.
Exactly. Like, you should probably avoid talking publicly about who you would try to get traded away and help you're the person that you represent.
Yeah, that was like a 2018, 2019 type of move from Rich Paul.
Yeah.
Where they were trying to get Anthony Davis. He's like, well, if I'm getting Anthony Davis, I'd probably try to send like Joyce Randle, Lonzo Ball,
just trying to set
Russell, send him out, just kind of make his own fake trade, which I appreciate. It's fun for content. 1, 2, gives us a topic, and 3, he's helping his guy out. He's trying to help his guy out.
He's trying to help him. Yeah. I mean, you can't blame him, but you definitely, I don't want to say it's unprofessional, but it definitely, I think, rubs people.
It toes the line a little too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all it is. And also with Rich Paul, we're seeing some posturing in the media. Anthony Davis trade, which everyone is talking about. Sun, Moon, and the Stars. They're all talking about it. Shams, Mark Stein. Everybody's like, hey, there's suitors. There's not suitors. There aren't. This, that, and the other. Tim McMahon on the Hoop Collective the other day said that the Mavericks will not, in quotes, will not be bullied into trading AD this season. They are completely content bringing him into the offseason and either trading him then or even bringing him back for next season to go Cooper, AD, Kyrie, and whoever that you add in the offseason or trade. But then Shams and Rich Paul are all just they're pushing for a trade and extension. That's what's happening is AD wants an extension. The Mavericks aren't willing to give him an extension. Apparently, that's what we're seeing right now. And AD's like, I need to go somewhere where they will give me an extension, which if there's $200+ million on the line for an extra 3-4 years, then yeah, I'd be pushing for an extension too. I'd get that.
Absolutely.
You already got your title. Call it a day, So
yeah, I mean, we saw the Hawks players. Ricochet was out with Porzingis.
Kennard
was out. So like that deal would probably, I think that matches up. So yeah, I think we got the news recently too as well that he does not need surgery.
Yeah.
He got a second opinion. He's only going to be out for 6 weeks. So a team who previously thought, okay, well, we're not going to trade for AD because he's not going to help us at all this season. Well, now he can come back probably after All-Star break and make a postseason run, help you out a little bit in the playoffs. So it's definitely opening the doors for, I think, a lot more teams than we previously thought.
Yeah, because the Raptors sat out Quickly and Pirtle, I think, the other night, which works money-wise. I don't want Quickly. I'd rather have Barrett. I think RJ Barrett. I'd buy another RJ Barrett jersey if I'd have in Dallas.
Yeah.
Be so stupid. But, yeah, I don't know if we're going to get an AD trade. It's January 15th as we're recording this. It's in the morning time. We don't know if anything else has happened this morning. I'm going to just scroll on the Twitter real quick just to make sure. But, yeah, like, if AD doesn't get traded, it is what it is. Like, he's just not going to play the rest of this year, I think is what's going to happen.
Just so the Mavs get a better pick is what you're saying.
Because they didn't do it last year. They didn't tank the way that teams tank. Literally everyone died. Literal just season from
injury after injury. Yeah.
Gafford like tore his knee. Kyrie tears his ACL. Lively's foot fell off.
Yeah.
AD tore his adductor and popped his eyeball out of his socket. Like we had no guards at the end of it. We were running Brandon Williams, like this guy. I don't even remember his name. This tall guy from the G League. We're running him out there all the time. Like Dwight Powell got hurt too. Like the one standing,
the one constant,
the one thing that's been here for over a decade. Dwight Powell like tore his groin last year. Like everyone got hurt, and then when they were able to come back, they came back. They didn't try to tank last year. They tried to win basketball games, and that team was frisky. It was fun. The G League squad, they were winning games at a weird, unprecedented rate, for my opinion. Like they were winning more games than they were losing.
Y'all made the 10th seed, right? And that was a fun, like, Grizzlies.
Beat the hell out of the Kings, I think, and then lost to the Grizzlies, right?
Yeah, for the 8th seed. Yeah.
So they didn't try to tank, and they were rewarded for not, quote-unquote, tanking.
Well, they were rewarded because they lost the best player.
Yeah, sure. We can look at it 20 different ways, and the right answer is that the NBA just rigged it. So,
yeah.
But, like, in a way, like, if you look at it from a non-conspiracy theorist's view, like, they didn't tank, but they ended up in the lottery and they were rewarded for not tanking, where tanking isn't really rewarded anymore in the lottery. So I'd be shocked if AD came back this season for the Mavs. I wouldn't be shocked if they play Kyrie, though. I think they want to start that chemistry. So they're kind of tanking, but they're kind of not because they're going to bring Kyrie back after the All-Star break.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine too, just because Kyrie's obviously, I think, going to be probably a little rusty anyways. So I'm not sure how many more wins you're winning with Kyrie coming off a major injury.
He's going to play 15 to 22 minutes a night.
And just crazy. Help Coop out a little bit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. All right, that's it for Rich Paul. It's interesting. I enjoy the clips of the podcast I see. I need to tune into more podcasts just to see what's going on, but I think it's at least interesting to give it a listen, give it a whirl. Things I'm not going to give a whirl this year. NBA rivalry week. This shit sucks, dude.
Dude, it is terrible. I mean,
I'm flabbergasted at how bad the matchups are.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, do you want to go through
let's go
through the days,
day by
day.
Tuesday, January 20th.
First day is not terrible.
It's not bad, but it's also like the second game's not really right. But first game, Spurs Rockets. Great for our Rockets fans. Great for our Apollo HOU listeners. That's a rivalry. That's what I'm willing to tune into.
Absolutely. It's always fun when Texas teams play against each other. Like that's a you can always throw the Mavs in there somewhere, like Mavs Spurs, Mavs Rockets, Rockets Spurs. It's always a fun time. I do think the Lakers Nuggets, I mean, over the past few years, we've seen the Nuggets, knock the Lakers out of the playoffs. So there is a
one-sided rivalry.
Yeah, where this used to be LeBron's league, now it's Jokic's league. He's been like sending you home every year for the past few years. So I can understand that one. I don't hate the first day. It's the second day that we really should talk about.
Second day, Wednesday, January 21st. How in the fuck did we get Cavs Hornets as a rivalry game in the NBA?
I don't know. I was trying to do some research. I don't know where this is coming from.
Lonzo versus LaMelo? Is this a sibling rivalry?
It has to be.
That's the only thing.
Only explanation.
That's horrendous. And the next game is OKC versus the Bucks, which is like the rematch from the 2024 NBA Cup Finals.
Sure. Here's the problem. OKC's on here once, which if you're doing this for views, which the league clearly is, they're just trying to generate player rivalries more than team, it looks like. So if you're doing this for views, OKC should be on here more than once, so that they won the championship last year. I don't know why isn't OKC on here with the Nuggets as well? I mean, that was a great playoff series last year. Even OKC Wolves would be better than
there's no world that we never get OKC Spurs.
Sure. I mean, I think that happened more this year, but
yeah, but like you can switch the games up. They just did it with the Heat and whoever that was playing. They just postponed a game.
Yeah.
The Bulls, right? They can switch the game and just be like, hey, it's not going to be on March 20th anymore. It's going to be on January 21st. OKC versus Spurs.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
it's so easy.
It is. I totally agree. I don't know how. I mean, they're not in the same conference. It doesn't make any sense. OKC Bucks.
There's no correlation there.
No.
Thursday, January 22nd, Golden State Mavs. I know we played on Christmas, but it's like there wasn't even really a rivalry in 2022. Like I didn't hate the Warriors. Like we lost the Warriors. We made a miracle run to the Western Conference Finals with the worst roster of all time with Luka Doncic. Like Dwight Powell was the starting center. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Dorian Finney-Smith were holding it down. Like Spencer Dinwiddie. That was that team. So like making it to the Western Conference Finals was sick.
Yeah. They wanted to put Coop in here somewhere. And I think they also were like, let's throw in
the easiest thing of all time is like Dallas versus OKC Spurs or Rockets. There's your Dallas matchup. One of those three teams.
Also, if you're going to put the Hornets in here, why not put Mavs Hornets? Like Con versus Coop. Like that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Like that would be great. You know, if you're going to put the Hornets in here, put them against the Mavs.
Yeah, just two shit teams with two sick white guys.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be way more fun. Unbelievable. I just don't understand the Golden State Mavs like forcing of trying to be a rival in any way, shape, or form. The next game on Thursday, though, the 9 p.m. game is Lakers Clippers, which,
dude, this game would have been amazing back in 2020. This game would have been so good back in 2020.
Was Chris Paul the reason that the Clippers suck? Because they're actually good now.
I think they're
like actually not that bad anymore.
There was a weird coincidence of Paul leaving the team and then a couple weeks happening and then Kawhi turning back into Terminator Kawhi. So I don't know if Chris Paul was like stealing his like upgrades or whatever, but I think it's really mostly Kawhi. It's just been like legitimately an all NBA first team player for the past like 3 weeks.
Yeah, they're 8-2 in their last 10. They're like one game back now, I think, of the 10 seed.
And Zoo's been really good too. Like Zoo's back to his like all defensive team. Like he's been playing really well.
That helps. But the Battle of LA, sure, I'm fine with that. It's the same thing as like Mavericks versus anyone in Texas or OKC. It's just a geographical rivalry. I'm all in on that. The next one, we've got to stop draft day rivalries. We just have to. The Rockets versus the Pistons was a Jalen Green versus Cade Cunningham rivalry thing that they made up, and it's every year that the Rockets play the Pistons. They don't have any beef in between them except for the Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham stands on Twitter. Those are the only people that care about this matchup in any way, shape, or form, and they don't anymore because Jalen Green has played 2 games this season and plays in Phoenix. Right. By the way, he doesn't play for the Rockets anymore.
Is it also another brother thing, like with the Cavs and Hornets, where it's just the Thompson brothers
twins?
Like is that why they did that? I don't know.
Only if they fight each other at midcourt.
Right.
Fist fight. Sure. I need like a fisticuffs at midcourt between the Thompson twins.
Yeah. I don't think the casual NBA fans gonna tune in for this game because they're like, oh, you hear the Thompson brothers are playing against each other. Like that's
exciting. Why the casual fans not going to tune into this? It's because the Rockets have been kind of like shit for the last 5 years until the last year, and the Pistons have been god awful for how long?
Yeah, I mean they were 2 years ago they lost like 20 games in a row.
So, like imagine watching maybe 15 NBA games a year and 10 of them are Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, and the finals.
Yeah.
If I told you the Rockets and the Pistons were playing a rivalry game and you're like, why?
Yeah.
They win 23 games a year because they just don't know. They don't look at the standings. They're not in it like us. Like,
but even when they are good, like this year, we're still confused. Like even
it
when
still
they
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
At least it's a good matchup. The next one, Nuggets Bucks on Friday, January 23rd.
Sure, it's Giannis versus Jokic. Like I understand what they're trying to do again, like with the player stuff. This one's okay to me. It's like big man versus big man. I get it. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. How about we call it something different than Rivals Week?
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's the branding. The branding is just
the branding's bad.
Yeah.
Rivals Week. It's more like, let's see if we can come up with something in this matchup week. Like, this is dumb week. This is dumb week presented by the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's definitely more player focused. So it's not.
Yeah.
Like beef week. Like, can we like get some beef going? Like, is it just like
sponsored by Arby's?
Sure. Yeah, we have more.
We have the beef. And then Saturday, the last day of Rivals Week, Saturday, January 24th, which is that like that's got to be AFC NFC Conference Championship weekend. Like one of those games will be during this time. So horrible marketing.
Yeah, I didn't even think about
this
that.
This has to be Monday.
Or is this not during Pro Bowl week? I don't know.
Because this weekend will be division, so the next week, the 24th, will be
conference,
and
then Pro Bowl, right?
Pro Bowl. So like,
yeah, it will be during conference.
It has to be that you have to move this to Monday, the 26th.
Yeah, maybe they just don't. It's like it's the Christmas thing where they're just kind of running with it.
No one's watching the second game, and a lot of people probably aren't even going to watch the third game.
Yeah.
So this is the first time where things halfway make sense. Knicks Sixers is the first game.
It's a good one.
That's a rivalry. That's a decades long, a century long rivalry.
I can't believe the Knicks are on here once. That's the weird thing is Knicks shouldn't be on here only once.
Yeah, why did we not get Knicks Boston?
Knicks Boston, even Knicks Pacers.
Knicks Pacers would have been sick.
Would have been amazing.
It would have been sick if Halliburton would play.
Obviously this year, yeah, but
in theory, but yeah, Knicks, Boston, Knicks, Sixers, all in. Next game, Golden State versus the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I mean it's from last year in the playoffs again. Like they're kind of drawing from some of the playoff series from last year,
but they didn't do that last year. If you remember, the Mavericks played, I think, the Hawks in one of the games, and then they played another random team. They didn't play OKC or the Clippers or the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I don't hate the strategy. I don't hate the strategy at all. If you're just trying to draw on from past playoff, like recent games, so I don't hate this one. They need Curry in 2 games. Throw Ant in there, sure. So I don't hate that one.
Yeah, if we're going off of the playoff rivalry stuff, like they held on a little bit too long for the Suns and the Mavericks one.
Yeah,
I think that was last year. Is the Suns and the Hawks is who the Mavericks played, and I was just like, both of these don't make any sense anymore.
Right.
Well, the first one never made sense, but the Suns don't make any sense anymore. So yeah, that's where we're drawn from. And then the last game, Lakers Mavericks. This one makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
the casual fan will tune in because it's the Luka trade,
right?
LeBron, Cooper Flag, if anyone's interested. Yeah,
Yeah.
That one makes at least a little bit of sense where you're trying to get some eyeballs, and there is sort of a rivalry there between Luka and the leadership of the Mavericks, not necessarily the players.
My biggest gripe with this entire week is I don't know how you have a rivalry week without the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
The league obviously thought that they were going to suck, and they were wrong. And to be fair, a lot of people going into the season didn't know if they were going to be good. Yeah. But I don't know how do you have a week called rivalry week and you don't have Boston Lakers? That makes 0 sense. That is the most historic rivalry in the entire league. You have even if Tatum's hurt, you have Brown and White and Maz. Like, it's gonna be a fun game. They're gonna be competitive against Luka and LeBron. I don't know how that doesn't end up on the schedule somewhere.
Yeah, Boston not being on here at all is a disgrace to the NBA. Boston, LA not being here, and Boston, New York not being on here.
Yeah,
the
Boston,
two
New York.
Literal city rivalries that we have left in this world basically is Boston versus New York and Boston versus LA in every sport, in every way and shape and form. Like, people don't like people from the other city. Like, this is the easiest rivalry to throw on here. It should be opening and closing night. Boston versus LA and Boston versus New York. Those should be the two games that open and end the rivalry week. I don't know how we missed it that hard.
Yeah, and if we're going back to their strategy where they're trying to do past playoff, the Knicks just beat Boston last year. They came back from games 1 and 2, 20 down. Tatum obviously gets hurt in that series, but it's a great series. A lot of people were watching that. I don't know why you don't put that on repeat.
And weren't we really close to having a Boston, New York Eastern Conference Finals the year before, and everyone's clamoring for it?
And it was, but the again, another one where it's like, why don't we have Pacers Knicks? Like, that's been really good the past couple of years.
Pacers might beat them. I don't know. They're kind of hot right now. People are talking about the Pacers.
Well, yeah, because they did just beat the Celtics.
They've only lost one in a row. People are talking about them 3-7 in their last 10.
Ooh, hot.
Pretty good from the Pacers. All right, so NBA rivalry week is dumb. We got to call it a different name, is what we've come to a conclusion about.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Beef week
presented by Arby's. It's the easiest marketing thing ever.
I'd like that. Yeah.
Or you just find some Ruth Chris steaks. I don't know. Just pulling marketing out of my ass here. So rivalry week, dumb, stupid. NBA figured out. It's not that hard. Just put the Apollo NBA show in charge of rivalry week. You'll be dialed.
I think anyone could put Lakers Celtics on here. It's not. I mean, that's crazy that they don't have that. You
just need to find someone that has knowledge of at least 7 NBA teams and be like, hey, what's the biggest NBA rivalry that you know? And they're like, Boston, LA, Magic versus Bird. I remember them. I remember those guys.
Kobe versus the Big Three. Good times.
Why don't we talk about Boston being the reason of super teams and not why do we think it's the Heat and it's not Boston?
This is why
they plotted it to get the trades there.
They did, but this is why. It's only because, like you said, they were traded and LeBron and Bosh went to the Heat in free agency. So it was more so the players have control. The players got to choose where they wanted to go and not the teams necessarily making those decisions.
Well, Kevin Garnett accepted the trade because he knew Ray Allen was coming.
Yes.
He said, I don't know if I want to go there. And Boston was like, hey, we're going to get Ray Allen if we get you. And he was like, fuck it, sure.
Yeah.
So and that's why it's the same thing. The decision fucked it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's also a huge factor.
Boston's the reason that we had big threes in the first place, super teams.
Yeah.
And Miami gets all the heat for it.
Well, when you say not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, I think you're going to get some flack.
Look, I can't help young LeBron. I don't know if the frontal lobe had developed yet.
Right.
Or the media training.
A study came out recently, actually, where it says because they thought, right, that your
25, 26, right?
Was 25, 26. It just came out, a study came out recently that said 32, somewhere in 30.
Shit.
It was like young, it was like 31, 32, where they actually think that's when it really is finally done.
So you're just now showing up.
Oh, dude, I
don't know if you're just ever coming.
it's only going down from here.
We've only lost brain cells since we started meeting when we met each other. So
yeah,
this is a problem. So I'm still 2-3 years away.
You're set.
Oh, I'm fine, dude. This is sick.
Yeah.
This is great. Poor LeBron. He didn't know. He had no idea. He didn't know what he was doing. It was fun in the moment.
Yeah, it was fun in the moment.
It was good. Last thing before we get out of here, Giannis and the Bucks. The crowd. They boo each other. Can you walk me through this? Because I somehow missed this. I don't know what I've been doing over the last week.
Yeah. Well, number one, Giannis has been saying the past couple weeks, I don't want to leave Milwaukee. I'm not that kind of player. This is not who I am. I'll never be someone who asked out from, a difficult situation. So as a Bucks fan, when you're hearing that, why are you booing this team? Like, do you not want him on your team? Like, because that's what's going to happen. He just came out. Like, I saw a report after, like, last night after they got booed saying if Giannis does get traded, his preferred destination is Miami. So, but you have a week ago where he's saying, I am loyal. I want to stay here no matter what. I'm not that kind of person. I will ride it out. And then you boo him. And okay, what do you expect to happen? He's going to want to leave. It doesn't make. So here's some quotes from after the game.
Okay.
Giannis, when I get booed, I boo back. When people don't believe in me, I don't tend to be with them. He's saying, I don't care if it's away, and now he's saying, I don't care if it's at home. If I'm getting booed at home, I'll just boo the fans right back. I don't understand, if I'm a Bucks fan, what the end goal is. So to set it up as well, the Bucks are playing the Wolves. The Wolves don't have Gobert or Ant. I think Gobert's serving like a suspension. I can't remember. I think it was like a flagrant foul, one of those things where he had too many. And they're resting Ant. But they're down 30 at half, and that's what happened. So they're down 30 at half. They're losing to a Wolves team without two of their best players. The crowd boos going into halftime. Coming out in the third quarter, Giannis scores. His first bucket he scores, he boos the crowd. So I don't know. I just feel like, why do that as a Bucks fan?
I love how Giannis said, I'm not going to ask out. I'm going to take, why would I ask out of a tough situation or anything? And he very much told them, like, hey, if you can find me a trade to these 4 teams, I'd be sick.
He's definitely doing it all through. He's doing it all through his agent. Yeah.
Just because I know that's what happened. Yeah. Like from actual sources. Like that's a real thing that happened. Then he gave him a list of 4 teams, the Knicks and the 3 Texas teams. And he said, figure out a way.
He doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy through the media. So he is it, but I do understand.
Very LeBron-esque.
It's a good strategy. Like he doesn't want to be seen as someone who's just like, quote unquote, giving up on the team that drafted him. But I still, if I have Giannis on my team, and there's a possibility he leaves, I'm probably not going to boo him.
Yeah, the crowd made a mistake.
Yeah,
big time. Because if you trade him, your team stinks. Like out, and it's not good right now. It gets so much worse after this.
He's the only thing holding it together. Like if this team doesn't have Giannis on it, they probably are like they have the worst record in the league.
They're 17-23 right now. They're 5-5 in their last 10.
You could say Giannis accounts for what, 12, 11 of those wins. They have 6 wins without him. Yeah,
they're the worst team in the league if he's not on that team.
Yeah.
Did you see Kyle Kuzma's Jennifer Hudson entrance?
I didn't watch it, but I saw that he went on the show.
Good for Kuz.
Was it a good dance? How was the dance?
Not bad.
He's got some.
It's casual.
It's casual.
Yeah, he has rhythm.
I feel like that's if you are gonna go on that show and you really don't know how to dance, just make it just a little.
You gotta go to the beat.
A little hit, little.
He did one little move there. Shout out my guy Kuz.
Yeah.
If Giannis gets traded, does Kuz go with him?
Yeah, so I want to bring that up because I actually put up just a couple Giannis trades. Yeah, Miami is
because we're gonna have to talk about your boy after this, I guess. In the rumors, but let's talk about Giannis first. Sorry,
I do have a Miami trade.
All right,
and it's basically it's just Giannis and Jericho Sims, so another just like throwing contract for Hero and
dunk contest legend, by the way,
and Rozier, which I don't know if that's possible. Like, do we know yet if they can do that? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can trade them. It's just like both teams have to be like, yeah, we're just doing this. This is a salary dump. This is a paper transaction.
Right. So the Bucks are getting Hero back, and then obviously as many picks as possible that Miami can afford. And then Miami, you have Bam and Norm Powell and Giannis, which honestly, pretty solid start. Jaime could be 6th man of the year, so
that's fun.
They could pull it out.
So
that could be a fun team.
Let's do this. The Miami Heat have their own first round pick this year. Great. If they get in the lottery, it's lottery protected to Charlotte next year, 27. 2028 goes to Charlotte if it doesn't convey in 27. So technically they can trade 26,
either 27, 28,
30, and 32, and either 27 or 28. Or they could just do 3 and a bunch of swaps for the rest of them, right? Okay, that's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. We've known that the Heat don't traditionally have picks over the last decade. So that's not bad. They pretty much have them all.
Yeah.
Have all but one. Pretty good. Okay. That Heat team would be kind of fun.
The Heat team would be fun. I think, I do actually kind of like that a lot, because I think the reason the Heat have played not as well since Hero's been back is just because I'm not sure him and Norm fit together, where they're both pretty solid all-star fringe level players on the offensive end. Yeah, I just don't know if they can play them together in the backcourt. As good as Bam is defensively, I just don't know if he covers all their mistakes.
The problem is that they don't have. It always goes back to the Mavericks with me, but it's that Luka Kyrie team. It's like those two guys weren't great at defense, but they had good hands. That was pretty much it. But then you had PJ Washington, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, and whoever else you want to throw back there. Like they had just defense behind them. So when you don't have that and you only have one guy behind them, that's when you look like the Bucks.
Yep.
Right now it's just Giannis.
Yeah. Okay. Second trade, and this is a good one just because we talked about it on our last episode. What if the Thunder just say fuck it, we're doing it?
The nuclear button.
So it would be Giannis and Sims again for Hartenstein, either Dort or Caruso, your pick. And then they get a super good, also 6-man of the year contender, AJ Mitchell, with, they have 2026, 27, 28, 29, whatever pick swap, first round picks.
All of them, yeah.
So you get a very proven center, you get a very proven defender in either Dort or Caruso, who, if you don't think eventually, might be too old for your timeline, can also probably move off of them and get something back in return for them. And then AJ Mitchell, who I think him and Ryan Rollins, that could be pretty fun.
Sure, I guess.
You're not doing it if you're the Bucks?
If he's just like send me to OKC, then yeah, I guess. Because I actually, if I'm the Bucks, I'm doing it because listen to this. 2026, they have Philadelphia's first, protected 1 through 4. They have their own, obviously. It's going to be 30 or 28, whatever. They have their 2026 Utah via Utah 1 through 8 protected. Still potential to have that one. They have 2027. They have San Antonio's 1 through 16 protected. Denver's 1 through 5 protected. They have swap rights with the Clippers.
They have a lot.
And then 2028, they have the Dallas swap, maybe.
And
then 2029, they have their own and Denver. And there's a whole lot of shit on this protection one, so I don't really understand that one. And then 2030, they have their own. 2031, they have their own. 2032, they have their own.
Yeah, no, the Thunder have all the draft picks in the world to give to the Bucks.
And then if you wanted to, you could throw in 10 seconds.
Sure.
Like all of the seconds.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's just a thought process, it's kind of, same time where Giannis might actually want out and really pushes, and then the Thunder maybe you're slipping more than they thought they would, and maybe Presti just does it. Who knows?
Yeah, they have the Godfather offer of picks.
They would win out over any trade war. They would win.
So it's because obviously Giannis is going to get to choose where he gets traded to. Like, I don't think the Bucks are going to trade him to wherever is the best return. But if they're like, hey, OKC's on the table, be like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll go live in Oklahoma City. It's like the southern version of Milwaukee with less beer.
Yeah, and if you're the Bucks, wouldn't you want him out of the conference?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because every time he's going to come back to Milwaukee, he's going to try to fuck you.
I know. You really want to trade him to the Heat,
especially the Heat, because like they have a great track record of just getting guys that are on the edge of their prime, and just
Jimmy's a good
Yeah, Jimmy's the best one.
Yeah.
On the edge of a prime, weathered asset.
Yep.
And just turned it the fuck on with the 2 finals.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like him to go to Miami because that'd be more fun because I go to Miami so I can go see Giannis.
That would be fun. If I had to pick a team I want him to be on, I kind of want him on the Knicks. I want a Towns Giannis trade.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
Yeah.
Could we do the triple swap?
With
triple
who?
trade?
Who
3
else?
team? AD.
Goes
to Milwaukee.
Yeah, you cannot wait for this guy to be off your team.
Goes to Milwaukee. I get Towns. I'm so in on Towns.
Why would Milwaukee get AD and not Towns?
All right, what's Towns'
It doesn't make any sense. He's just older and more injury prone. They're not going to do that.
Come on, man.
No, I'm sorry.
Come on. All right. Hey, listen.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I actually.
Yeah, I know.
Cat's actually cheaper by $1 million each year.
And he doesn't. He's just way younger and hasn't had 100 injuries since joining the Mavericks.
Hey, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Karl-Anthony Towns isn't that much younger.
Well, it's like 3 years.
How old's AD?
AD's 33.
Is he 30? Okay, he's 32.
32.
Turns 33 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, never mind.
And Cat's what?
30.
Okay. Yeah. So 3 years. 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Just
again, it's like 80, 32 is probably like an average player is like 35.
Yeah.
The way it's going.
Yeah, it's not good. There's a lot of miles. Like as Bill Simmons has put it multiple times on his podcast, he's like, you look at the Carfax and the engine says it has 60 to 70,000 miles on it, and then you actually get it to 140.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Shakes when you start it.
Brakes. Just scooting down the hill. Yeah.
The windshield wipers are like scratching. They're like, why haven't you even replaced these in 7 years?
Why is your finger falling off? Why'd the door handle just fly off when I open the door?
He has to wear glasses for the rest of his life. Like he can't play basketball without wearing protective goggles.
Hey, don't be mean about that. My co-host Dom has that now.
I'm not saying it's like I'm not making fun of him. I was just saying like that's where we're at.
Shout out to Dom though, Clean Sheet of Ice host. Big help on the Dallas Stars end for us. Yeah, he got in a fight, MMA fight. He does that and all that kind of stuff. And somehow the glove, like the knuckle or something, hit like right underneath the eye. And same thing that happened to AD, had to have the same surgery. Crazy. Looks fine though. He looks great. You can't even tell. So good for Dom. He doesn't look like AD when he had all the drops in it. And you're like, good God, is that thing gonna fall out?
Yeah.
Doesn't have that problem. So good for Dom. Do we talk about Ja Morant allegedly buying a Miami house through a trust for only $3.5 million? I thought that was shocking for how decent that house looked in Miami, and it has to be on the beach. So,
yeah, I don't know anything about Miami realty properties, but I will say, so I saw this right before we came on. I don't know. So don't a lot of players have houses in Miami?
Yeah, so what I was going to say is I only wanted to prompt you a little bit before you got to this realization is that literally every athlete in the world spends their summers in Miami.
Right.
Because they aren't recognized. Lionel Messi lives in Miami full time, hardly gets recognized. Ronaldo,
even if they are recognized, I feel like the people in Miami aren't coming up to them and being like, hey.
Like the biggest soccer players in the world just go to random soccer fields in Miami and practice in the summer.
Yeah.
So if you want to go get paparazzi photos, that's where they go. But like that's literal common knowledge across the world is that athletes just live in Miami in the off seasons. So I don't think it means anything. And buying it through a trust is just what you do.
Yeah.
When you're that rich. So
I don't think it was. Yeah. That's what I thought
just
of.
Fun.
Where it's just like I think a lot of people probably have houses in Miami when they have that much money. I will say though, a video did come out where he was arguing with Vince Williams.
That was fun.
In Berlin that was yesterday on Wednesday before their game Thursday today. Yeah. And some lip readers are saying he's saying I don't fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate that is. A lot of videos that I see with Ja on the bench are him being pretty happy. He is on the bench and not playing, so that's the first problem. But
Yeah.
he does seem. I don't know if he's mad that he's on the Grizzlies, but
Doesn't
it's
seem
a weird
happy about it.
situation. It's a weird situation. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. The Miami thing, at least, doesn't really raise any alarm bells. And I can't wait for him to get traded to Miami today. And we look like
that'd be sick. Yeah, so far in his career, Ja made $40 million, just under $40 million on his rookie deal. And he's through this season will have $110 million from this deal so far. When it's done, it'll be 240 total for career earnings so far, which good for you, Ja. Good for you.
I saw a stat the other day where he's played less games than Zion over the past like 3 years, which if you're playing less games than Zion, maybe it's the Memphis medical staff, because people were saying that too. Who knows?
Did you hire the Astros medical staff from last season?
They've been complaining about since I've been a fan.
People or the Mavericks ones who's not actually qualified to be a medical staff guy.
Maybe y'all would be better
crazy.
Than have. Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, that Ja Morant trade, if it does happen, is going to be way worse than the Trae Young trade.
That's why I don't think it should happen, because
as a Memphis fan,
yeah, but even as a Memphis, like if you're the Memphis GM, if you're Zach Kleiman, like why you just saw what Trae went for, why if Ja is at his lowest possible trade value, shouldn't you wait until he gets something back? Because here are the options: either he does get better and you can trade him for more pieces, or he still stays or he still is like as bad as he is now, and he doesn't get any worse. So there's no reason to do it now if there's a possibility that you can get more from him in the future.
What's a worse contract, Ja Morant right now or Jakob Poeltl?
What's Jakob Poeltl?
It's not good, man.
Is that bad?
It's not good, dude. I gotta look it up. Jakob Poeltl. It always confused. How do you spell that name?
Poet.
Yeah, I got there eventually. It just took a while. Poeltl's really bad right now. He's currently making $19.5 million this year, but the extension is 27, 29, and 27 million for 3 years, from 32 to 34 years old. Ja, for reference, he's making 39 this year, 42 and 44 through his age 28 season.
Ja's making a lot
of money. I didn't know. Yeah, I thought Poeltl made more, but that's still really bad for someone that's really bad at basketball now.
Yeah,
which is crazy because Poeltl was he was a dog there.
Yeah, very serviceable for a long time.
Late 2010s, early 2020s. It's pretty good. Yeah. Well, maybe Ja is moving to Miami. That'd be cool. Can we get a Giannis trade? Like Ja and Giannis go to Miami and just do what Milwaukee's trying to do when they're getting Ja.
I don't think the money. I mean, they would have to get rid of. It would have to be.
Well, they could do it.
Even have to be with Bambi in that trade. Like I don't know how that's possible.
It's Hero, because they can do Rozier and somebody else, whatever you had earlier for Giannis, I think, without Hero for Ja. And then they could do Hero and other salary for Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Wiggins and Powell both make 28 and 20 each. So, but then you're really, I mean, you got bare bones around it.
Then it's just Giannis, Ja, and Bam, which Bam hasn't been very good this year, and Ja doesn't play. And then Giannis is doing this in Milwaukee right now, just by himself.
Yeah.
Kind of just doing it, but in Miami style, a little Cuban coffee.
Yeah, I don't know if that's... Yeah. That's too much. I don't think that would...
Yeah.
I don't know if Pat Riley would do that. Like, I don't know. That seems like they're getting just way too much stuff for Giannis, sure, but to throw in Ja when you already... if you already have Giannis, then why go after Ja? You know what I mean?
How long do you think Pat Riley goes?
How old is Pat Riley? We're 80s, right?
He's in his 80s. I think he's my grandfather's age, which I can't imagine my grandfather running an organization.
Can't either. And I love my grandfather, but
right,
that would be a multi-billion-dollar organization.
Yeah, so he's a 1945 baby. You know, into the World War II.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
He's 80 years old.
So he's about to say he's right at 80.
Yeah, he'll turn 81 in March.
I think he's hanging on for one more run. He's trying. I think he really wants.
He's trying to get one more.
He wants one more like big star to come, and maybe he rolls with that for 4 or 5 years.
Because you know who his replacement is, right?
Who?
Alonzo.
Oh, Zoe's gonna do it.
Yeah, Zoe's the man in waiting. He works for the Heat now. He's basically training.
That would be cool.
Till Pat hangs him up.
I would love it. It's like a little James Jones situation.
Personal friend, Alonzo Mourning. You know.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I wouldn't say close, but I did play 18 holes with him.
An acquaintance.
Yeah, smoked a cigar and had some drinks with him.
Oh, dude, maybe more. What else? What else did you do with him?
Play golf. 18 holes.
What'd you shoot?
It was a little shamble.
Oh, okay.
We ended up winning the tournament.
Was he? I bet. How far was he driving it? Like 300 plus?
Oh, like no, I don't know if he wants this public knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well,
I did ask him. I think we were on like the third or fourth hole. As a scramble or shamble, and I was like, "Yo, Zo, how long you been playing golf?" And he goes, "Not long enough." And I was like, "I mean, you're not bad, dude. You hit it straight for the most part. Like it's not too bad." And he looks at me, he goes, "The fucking problem is I'm so fucking far away from the ball when I stand over it." And I was like, fair enough, dude.
It's a great point.
He's 7 feet tall, basically.
That's a great point.
When he lined his driver up, I was like, yeah, dude, yeah, it's a problem.
You gotta have some pretty good hand-eye coordination without, I mean, that's a great point.
I think there's a driver regulation length. It's only 48 inches or something like that.
Those guys have to have personalized drivers.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if I would assume they make them, but it's like his driver wasn't much longer than mine.
No.
And
maybe he just needs to get
mine's
fitted.
Like standard length. So
yeah. He needs to get fitted, maybe.
I'm sure he has. He's got the money for it. But yeah, Alonzo Mourning, close personal friend, I guess, is what we'll call him. Future GM president of the Miami Heat.
Nice.
Has great cigars, by the way, Cubans.
That makes sense.
Living in Miami, you just don't smoke anything else. But yeah, John Morant, Miami, Giannis, Miami. Let's do it. We'll make a Apollo NBA show down in Miami if that happens.
That'd be sick.
Sounds maybe nice. Next year. I don't know if we're gonna have any time this year, but yeah. It is what it is. All right, Drew, you got anything else before we get out of here?
I feel bad for Kuminga. Just to bring it back to the top, I just feel bad for him.
Full circle.
That's it. Yeah, I hope they trade him soon and he gets somewhere where he can play basketball.
Yeah, let's just check the Twitter machine, see if anything else happened. Yeah, nothing else happened. So
yeah,
all right.
Cool.
That's it for Apollo Media's NBA show. Apollo's NBA show, sponsored by J Bar M. J Bar M Barbecue is just a couple blocks away from Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. It's the best barbecue in Houston and in Texas, stamped by me. Their jalapeno cheddar sausage is incredible. Go get that. The brisket, the beans, the corn, whatever you want over at J Bar M. They got awesome spreads. They got the 2-meat plate, the 3-meat plate, Trinity plate, as they like to call it. Love J Bar M. J Bar M Barbecue is just a couple blocks away from Toyota Center. Free parking, great drinks, great people over at J Bar M Barbecue. I'm your host, Tony Strankman, joined always by Drew Preety on the Thursday episodes of Apollo NBA Show. We'll be back very, very soon on Monday. New episode of Apollo NBA Show.
Bye.